Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be replacing the tensioner and the serpentine belt in the Volvo, and yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a complicated job. I think seems to look like it might require a bit of time and patience, because I'm going to have to be pulling out my power steering fluid and the computers out of here, so I can actually have some room to get in behind here with some tools and undo the tensioner. So we're gonna see where it goes. We're gonna see how I can do it, and I might run into a few mistakes, a few problems, but if I do, that's no biggie. I'm learning, so that'll be okay. Anyway, let's get right to it, shall we? So the first thing to do is you're gonna want to take your power steering fluid reservoir out of here, and you can do it a few ways. I mean, depending on how you like to do it. But what I did is I took a flathead screwdriver, stuck it under here under the clip, and then gently just started prying it out, and it popped out. I already took care of it because it did take, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of me messing around with it. But you got to pry that tab out of there, and then in behind here there's like a little bit of a hook, and it connects to the coolant tub, and they hook around together like that. So you gotta, once this gets unclipped, you gotta slide it out, and down here the hose goes under this little C-clamp or whatever you want to call it here. So you gotta pull that out, and the next thing you can do is just take your reservoir and the hose. I'm doing with this with one hand, so it's a little bit weird. Okay. And you can just set it to the side like that for now, for the time being. Whatever works. And see, already you've got a little more room down there. You can push that forward. Alright. So I don't know how well you can see under there, but that's the guy we gotta get at. That's what we gotta replace. And to actually get in there, I mean, I could probably take care of it now, but I want more room. So what we gotta do, or what I gotta do, is get this bad boy out of here, and that's the computer. Once you pop the cover open, you'll see like two silver boxes in there, and that's the car's computers. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way of getting this unhooked. It's probably gonna have to be using these two clips on the side here. There's a clip under here, and there's one a little bit lower in there, so I'm probably gonna have to unclip that. There's one down there and probably one in the back. Nah, we're good. But yeah, so those metal clips are probably gonna have to go. I'll have to take the covers off, and from there figure out a way of doing it. So be right back. Okay, so I managed to pull that top cover off, and what you gotta do when you're pulling it off is, oh geez, it's pretty dark here, but you see that hose in the back here? That's a looks to me to be like a coolant hose or something for airflow to cool down the computers or something. But you gotta pull that off. You can do it with a flathead screwdriver. Just stick it in between the plastic and the hose and just pry it off bit by bit. I had to undo the clip in the back here, the one down here, and there was also one down in there. And one of the clips fell under here, but I'm going to be taking this whole chassis out anyway, so I'll be able to get it back. But the way to undo those clips is you need to take a flathead screwdriver, pry this tab towards you, and then push it down, and it'll pop right out. And yeah, just do that for all of them, and you'll get that case off. Took a little bit of time, but I figured it out. Now I think what I gotta do is undo that bolt in the back here, and that'll loosen the bottom part of the case, and I'll be able to slide it out, because down there it's hooked under a tab. So I think that's the way to do it. I'll be right back with you. Oh, wait. Before we do anything more, You gotta remember, because these are the computers, these are very, very sensitive pieces of equipment. So you gotta disconnect your car battery before doing anything around around this. So we're gonna do that now. Okay, here's the scoop for taking your battery out. So you gotta pop open your trunk and you gotta lift up your cargo cover, or, you know, the door, you know, the hatchway that goes into the spare tire compartment area thing. You know what I'm talking about. So you gotta take a 13mm and first off, undo this bracket. And it's a right pain in the ass. Because every time you want to do anything with your car that requires electrical safety, which is almost everything, to be honest, you gotta open up the bracket, pull off the plastic cover, and then disconnect the battery. And when you're finished, you're putting everything back together. So there might be a switch or a fuse somewhere that you can pull, but I ain't so sure about it. So for this video, we're gonna do it the hard way. Okay. So now that you got the bracket out, you got this plastic cover you gotta lift up. And there you go. Okay, now the thing to do when you're disconnecting the battery is unclamp. If I can. There we go. Unhook your negative side first. And that's really about the only one you gotta undo. Grab it, disconnect it, and then you can stick it in something safe, like a cloth or something. Wrap it up so it doesn't touch any, you know, metal surfaces, anything like that. And then you can just stick it down here or something, you know. Okay, and that's good. So your battery's disconnected, and bada bing bada boom, let's get back to the show. Okay, so now what I did, I already went and did this, but that bolt down there, that's a size 10mm. You can undo that and your case will come loose. And down in here, I don't know if you can see it, but on one of the cables connected to the chassis, there's like a there's a zap strap that you're gonna have to clip, because you can't pull anything out unless that's free. So just down there, if I can even see that, shit. But yeah, so there's a zap strap you're gonna have to snip, and then down here, the plastic case, it kind of sits under a hook, and to slide it out you have to push it that way and then it'll come out. But first, like I said, you got to undo that zap strap. So be right back after I do that. Okay, so I pulled the whole unit out of there. I took the screw from the back and I just laid it to the side here. So one thing you got to keep in mind is there is a kind of little hose or a pipe that connects to the unit in the back behind it here, and that thing, it kind of looks like it's snapped, but it's not, and it had me worried for a second until I realized, hey, this thing just kind of slides right back over top. But to disconnect this from your box, you see these tabs on the side here? Well, when you grab it and the box is out in the air, when you grab it, you kind of have to just twist it to one direction and it pops out. And you can just slap that right back on there. Down below, I don't know if you can see that, kinda. But anyway, so now we got a clear well, more or less clear, unrestricted access down there to the tensioner. And what we're gonna have to do is take the ratchet wrench with a socket that kind of looks like a 14 or a 13, and we're gonna have to put the wrench on that and crank it one way or another so it can loosen its tension on the serpentine belt. So I'm gonna grab a socket and get right back to you guys. Okay, so now before you do anything with the serpentine or the timing. What the fuck am I saying? Timing. The tensioner. It's always a good idea to make a drawing or a diagram of how that serpentine goes on, because if you don't do that and you forget, you could always go online, but you know, it's going to be a pain in the ass because you got to stop what you're doing, go look online, how it looks, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So anyway, I went and made a quick diagram of how that belt goes on, just for my own personal reference. I'll stick a picture of it somewhere around here, I guess. But yeah, so just make a diagram just so you don't forget. And now what you can do is, instead of taking a socket wrench, I couldn't get one to fit in there, just a regular 14 millimeter wrench, and you stick it onto that bolt like so, and you wind, oh shit, okay, there goes the computer. Be right back. Okay, we're back in action. So you take your 14, stick it on there, okay, give it a crank, and then you can just, come on, there we go, slip that belt, ow, right off. Alright, so here's the old serpentine. It's quite a long piece of rubber, but it honestly doesn't look too bad. It does look like it's worn a little bit. It's got a couple cracks in the rubber, but it's honestly not so bad. But anyway, that tensioner is the one we really got to worry about, because these bearings are shot. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. But the bearings inside are shot, and you can probably hear kind of noise coming from it, and that ain't good. So that has to be replaced, no question about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And there's two bolts, one under here. You can see my finger right under there, and there's another one down here somewhere that you gotta get at somehow. That might be more complicated than I thought, but well, I'll get it somehow, I hope. Okay, so those two bolts under there, those are size 12s, or at least they feel like 12s. I already got the first one up top here underneath, and it actually came out no problem. It's not out yet, but I loosened it. And the one underneath feels like a number 12 too. I mean, makes sense that they'd be the same. But I'm using the longer socket because the short ones won't let me get a good, well, I can't actually get in there with a short one.
That's what she said!
And you just gotta kind of just push it and it'll pop out. And getting those screws out, it's gonna be the hard part now, because well, The ratchet wrench, it's a little bit too loose with the ratchet, if you know what I mean. So that's gonna have to be done by probably by hand, at least the bottom one. Now this top one up here, if I can actually get my hand in there without tipping the camera. There we go. Okay, there's one. Awesome. Okay, let's put that on the rag here. Now the other one. Oh, the whole thing moves around. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, you can get under there with your hand and just undo that bolt. No problem. There we go. That second bolt is out. And now you can just pull the tensioner out of there. Hey.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Wait, can I get it out? Don't tell me I can't get it out. Come on. Nope. Okay, be right back. Okay, I managed to squeeze it out of there. Maneuver it around, I mean. Maneuver it out of there. What am I saying? I can't English today. But, would you look at that? That is filthy. That is filthy. And like I was saying, this whole thing, if you can hear that, that's a big no-no. That is a real big no-no. I don't know what the f you think you're doing. Wait, what am I saying? Seriously, what the f am I saying? What is wrong with me today? Oh well. Anyway, yeah. So since the old one's out now, we can go ahead and put the new one in. And hopefully it cooperates. Because if not, we're gonna have some problems on our hands, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's cut to the chase and let's do it.
Later.
So here's that new tensioner pulley and all that kind of good stuff. And says here, made in Slovakia. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay. So let's see if we can move the camera down first and see if we can fit this guy in there. Might need a little bit of maneuvering. Okay, there we go. Come on. There you go. Okay. Good. Okay, and that's sitting there nice and proper. So we can probably go ahead and put that first bolt in there under there on the bottom there. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's be careful not to drop it. And come on. Oh shit. Oh okay, okay. I can do this. I believe.
What is he doing? He's beginning to believe.
Okay, we're gonna have to do it this way then. Disconnect that. There we go. Don't know why I wasn't doing that from the beginning. Okay. Well, hopefully this thing starts threading in. There, I think I got it. There we go. Yeah, now it's going. Okay. Okay. So that first bolt is in. You can see this thing won't fall out now. Now we can focus on getting that second bolt in, but that's going to be a little bit finicky because I can't see it. Vinny, I can't see it. What's going on? What's going on? We're all gonna die. Oh wait, no shit, I can see. Kinda. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. We can do it. Okay. Come on. There we go. It's in the hole. And let's see if we can catch that thread. Oh, I think we got it. Oh shit. On the first try too. Oh, this is going better than I expected. Okay, oh I hope I didn't jinx myself there. Okay, okay. Just stay calm. You can do it. Okay. Now, if I can pop this stupid ratchet on. Ah, there we go. Okay. Tighten that. And then, can we do it this way? Come on, please tell me we can do it this way. Come on, you stupid goddamn motherfucking piece of shit. Ah, wait. I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way. Okay. Yeah. That's stupid. I mean, I just tightened the other one. What am I thinking? Okay, 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 okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Ah. Stupid old wrench. F***ing piece of shit. Okay. That's tight. You don't have to over tighten it, just enough so it's sitting there nice and snug. There we go. Because if you over tighten it and you snap those bolts, well, you're kind of f***ed. And you'd have to pull your whole engine out and drill those bolts out and put new ones in, and that is one hell of a f***ing process, let me tell you. You ever tried drilling a bolt out? It ain't fun. But yeah, so that tension is in there, nice and shiny, nice and new, different from all the rest. So now we can put that serpentine on, I guess. Yeah. Shit, now I need to get a Torx bit big enough to actually twist that pulley. Oh, that's gonna be interesting, because that thing's huge. Yeah, I'll get a good angle on that for you. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go, there's the part. See that, that hole there for the Torx bit? That's massive. Do I have a size comparison? Well, not really, but well, let's just say that's a 13mm socket. And that's the Torx bit. It's not as big, but it's still pretty damn big. So, see what I can do. Right back. Okay, so I couldn't get the whole process on camera because it's really pretty difficult to get any kind of angle down there. But I got the belt on most of the way, and how I did it This will stay. Okay, it's staying. I first looped it under that wheel down there, brought it up behind the tensioner, and then I took the other end and I ran it underneath that wheel on the bottom there. Actually, I'll just show you on the damn paper. Easier that way. So I looped it under here, put the belt under the tensioner here, brought the other end up and over the alternator, and then brought it down under the AC unit. I believe that's the AC unit, and then brought everything back up to here. And now what you got to do is you got to take, depending on which tensioner you're replacing it with, either you got a bolt in the middle of the wheel, or you got the one I got, which has the Torx bit hole in there, like I showed you earlier. I don't have a Torx bit for that, but I do have this hexagonal bit, and I'm going to stick it in here, use my wrench, twist it over, pull the serpentine up and over this wheel here, and it should be good to go. And then I can start putting everything back together. So shouldn't be much of a hassle. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, so I'm just going to try to slot my wrench over that bit. Come on. There you go. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay. Now let's see how this works. Okay. That's given. Oh. Whew. That's stiffer than I thought. Ah, shit, my glove's caught. Ah. Okay, okay. Ah. Ah, ho, ho. Ow, 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 ow. Ah. Shit, that hurts. Okay. Okay. Okay, how does that look? Oh, that'd be why. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Putting my damn wrench over the fucking belt. Ah, what a fucking idiot I am. Okay, let's get that back on the teeth. Okay, how am I gonna do this? It's pretty tight down there. That's what she said. Actually, wait, no. No, it's the other way around. That's what he said, right? I think. Both ways, whatever.
Many months later.
Okay, so I went and grabbed the small breaker bar because the ratchet I was using was a piece of garbage. The teeth inside are worn out and it kept skipping. So now we should be good to go, hopefully. I keep saying hopefully. Okay. So let's crank that. Okay, maybe okay, let's try it one more time from a different angle if we can. Oh shit, there goes the camp. Okay. Hey, oh me. Okay. Come on. Come on. Alright. Oh, okay. I think we got it. Okay, we did. I believe we got it. Holy shit, we got it. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's real good. Yeah. Now we can... Yeah. Okay, good, perfect. Whew. Okay. So the belt is on. Holy that was a pain in the ass. Okay, I can grab that bit out of there now. There we go. Alright. So now that that is done, we can start putting everything back together again. Okay, so now that your serpentine and your tensioner are all replaced and in place and everything's good, you know, we'll start putting everything back together. So I'm going to undo this knot here. Okay. Get that out of the way. And start by taking the plastic piece that I thought snapped, but it's just, you know, that's just how they make it. Trying to slide the damn thing back onto the clip. There we go. Okay, that popped on. Now the hose under there. There we go. That's back on. And now, on this side, I'm just putting that that rubber hose back onto the hole. See if you can see that. There we go. Now you can see it. Yeah, so that just goes right back on there. And then put that screw back in there. And I'll tighten that with a 10mm. Okay. Should do it. Okay, I see. So, you see these two grooves here on the chassis? These these sides of the computer have to actually slide into that. So, it's a little finicky, but you should be able to figure it out in the end. A little bit of trial and error. Okay, so I ended up taking those two clips off on the side, one here and one here, and I took the top cover off, so now I can line it up with the computers. There we go. And that should slide on just like that. I can pop that air hose back on. There we go. Perfect. Now the clip on the right side here. Oh, that's sharp. Okay. There we go. Clipped. And one more in the front here. Yeah, I should have probably preloaded it, but I'll figure it out somehow.
Later.
Well, it was close, but unfortunately no cigar. I lost the clip down behind the frame, and I can't get it out. So it's just gonna have to fall out on its own somehow, someday, somewhere. Probably won't even find it. But anyway, so at least these two clips are on. And now I'm gonna put the top cover back on, just like that. And these clips are gonna be easy. Okay. One here, done. And oh, come on. Okay, good. Alright, so this is all back in place, nice and secure for the most part. You know, it's... Jesus that vacuum is loud as or is that a blower? Some guy's blowing his car off with his blower. Okay, anyway. So now I'm going to put my power steering fluid reservoir back in place here. Make sure to hook it back in the latches. Okay. And that should just clip back in here. Somehow. Oh, come on. Oh, that's your problem. That's your problem. Okay, okay. Well, that's stupid. How the f am I supposed to hook that? There we go. Okay. That works. That's good. Okay. So now this hose, just bring it back into the clamp, and you know what? I think the job's done. I think we're good. So everything is back in place. The belt is on the teeth. Looks like it is anyway. Yeah, I believe it is. It's all good. So now I can just start the car up and you know what, fire her up. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that's it. Job's done. Just don't be stupid like I was and forget to plug your battery back in. That's it. Yeah, so job's done and you can drive away. We're good to go. Bada bing, bada boom. Man, it feels good. Okay. You guys take care. Like, comment, subscribe if you want, and you know, if you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll see you guys around.